What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to go ahead and dial down and really dissect how our student Kevin here managed to overcome the common issue that a lot of people face when it comes to selling on Amazon FBA. As you know, a lot of people run into the common issue of ungating, right? I can't sell this item. I can't get any sales. I'm not making any money because I'm gated for everything when it comes to Amazon. But guys, I promise it's not that complicated. All you have to do is learn the right way around it, and I promise you, you build seller history just like my guy Kevin here did, and the game becomes a lot easier for you.
All right, guys. So it's our ghetto. We're about to hear and interview Kevin. Right, it's enough about hearing from me and Mark. We'll let Kevin take it away. So Kevin, kind of talk to me. What's the process been like? Before reaching 250 units versus after.
I mean, before when I was reaching 250 units, ungates were pretty hard. But through the RVF inner circle, you guys were able to help me get ungated
Yeah.
using the proper documentation. I remember at first, those 100 unit, 10 unit ungates were almost impossible for me.
Uh-huh.
I even had to skip on some, lost ROI or lost profit.
Hmm.
But overall, just stick it through. Once you get those 250 units sold, everything changes, bro. Because like once I get those, I mean, right now I'm at 650,
Yeah.
but once I reach those 250 units sold, those 100 unit ungates were like a piece of cake, bro, a piece of cake.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. So I guess kind of walk me through before you reach 250 units versus now. Let's say you submitted 10 invoices. What does it kind of look like before compared to now?
I mean, before I was submitting daily, I'll say 5 to 10 invoices a day. I would say on average, I would get three approvals a day, I would
Okay.
say. But now, whoa, bro,
It's
it's a
insane,
lot
right?
different, bro. It's a lot different.
So I guess my next question then is, what fears disappeared once you reached that goal and started getting approved for all these all these applications?
I mean, that's actually a good question. Fears that went away were like losing my money on product, bro. Like actually
Yeah.
able to like buy good leads, actually be able to buy like good leads that I'm able to be profitable with, not just ROI, but have a good profit margin.
Hmm.
That's probably been the big change for me.
Yeah,
But
for sure, for
yeah,
sure. Awesome, bro. And let's be honest, you just became a five-figure seller.
yes
So I
sir,
guess
yes
kind of
sir.
talk to us. Do you feel like that 250 units actually helped you get to that goal?
Bro, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Those 200, if I've never hit those 250 units sold, five figures would have been 6 months from now, bro.
I know, right? And I guess that's kind of what can happen when you have the right systems in front of you. We showed you how to get the right documentation, what Amazon will approve versus what they will not approve. So let's say you do this all by yourself, kind of went the free route. Do you feel like you've been able to achieve what you have so far?
The free route, to be honest, maybe I could have, but it would have been a lot difficult. I mean,
Yeah.
your guys' support, having to answer tickets 24/7, having you guys there like all the time
Mhm.
was a game changer, bro. Like if I wouldn't have made it, to be honest, if I didn't have like a 24-hour support system.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. And I guess what daily habits do you have before versus what you have now when it comes to sourcing?
Daily habits, I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, at first, because I was gated for everything, leads were kind of hard, kind of a little difficult to find. I'd say it would take me like 6 hours to find one good lead.
Hmm.
But now, bro, like sourcing is like a piece of cake, bro. Like, bro, I find leads like two, three leads in the next 2 hours, bro. It's crazy, bro. Life
So your
changing
sourcing time has gone down then.
for sure, bro. For sure, 100%.
Awesome, bro. I guess that's the whole point of Amazon too. It's not really a business if you're working 12 hours every single day for the next year. Is that really a business? You're just clocking into work at that point.
Yeah,
But the
nah,
fact
nah.
that you've been able to overcome, that ungating issue, instead of sourcing for 8 hours, you're sourcing for two. You find products and you start selling them. Makes your life a lot easier, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gotcha, bro. And I guess my next question, we always teach you reinvest your profits so that way you can make more money and increase your seller history to get ungated for as much as you want. Do you feel like that's actually helped you out, what we taught you?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like having to reinvest, once you get your profit, I don't pay myself. I haven't paid myself out now. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm not planning on paying myself out till I reach like a 30K month.
Yeah.
But yeah, but having to reinvest, keep on going, recycling my money through the business has really been helpful. Having I hit my biggest month this month, so
It's insane, right? I'm so
yeah.
happy for you, brother. It's just insane
Thank you,
seeing how
man.
you first came and now you're actually trying a little harder. It's insane what can actually happen within. You haven't even been selling for 6 months, but it's as you can see, it's insane what can happen in 6 months of locking in.
For sure,
So
bro. For sure.
I guess sourcing. Are you overthinking less now when you source compared to before you were 250 units?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So when I was sourcing before, I basically overthink everything.
Hmm.
I would be like, kind of put it to the side. I'm like, bro, I'm a full-time college I'm a full-time college student. I also work
Yeah,
as a server as well. So like time was for me was scarce back then. I
yeah.
mean, still is, but in general, like it was a process where I kind of put to the side.
Hmm.
But now it's like a process that's like a piece of cake, bro.
It's a piece of
I mean,
cake now, right?
yeah, I'm able to analyze Keep, like I'm able to like use Keepa to the fullest, find
Hmm.
like listings that are actually profitable, replenishable products, seasonal trends, all this good stuff, bro. Low offer count, 100 unit ungates,
Using all
bro.
these big terms, but let's see, someone's been
Yes,
learning, huh?
yes, sir, bro. Yes,
Awesome,
sir.
bro. So let's say someone watching this video and they're stuck under 50 units and they've been trying to get 250 units and they just can't do it. What kind of advice would you give them?
Just stick through the process, bro. I would say sell those products that are like $1, $2 profits. Just milk the system, bro. Especially like seasonal trends, bro. During Valentine's Day, I was milking this one ASIN. Whoo, bro. Damn.
I think I remember that one, bro. Which is like
Yeah,
$400 a day. That's insane.
yeah, bro.
And I guess what was your biggest mistake before you reached 250 units? What was your biggest mistake when it came to sourcing?
Biggest mistake before 250 units. Fuck. Let me think about that one.
Think about it, bro.
Biggest mistake. Biggest mistake. Oh, okay. So my biggest mistake when I was first starting out sourcing, to me personally, it was more like understanding like the costs, understanding the FBM costs, FBA
Yeah,
costs. I wouldn't put my shipments right. I would kind of lose money on that
yeah.
side of, of of the business, but overall I was able to understand like more of the fees part. Over time it gets easier for sure. But yeah,
Gotcha, bro. And then I guess when you're sourcing, what have you noticed? What's your personal criteria of seeing if a product's an already guaranteed buy? Like you, without even sourcing the product too much, you just know.
perfect, perfect. Low offer count,
Hmm.
low BSR for sure, and a stable buy box for sure. I mean, the buy box don't gotta be too stable, but it gotta be like it can't be jumping like like a downtrend like that. Like that's cooked, bro. You
Yeah.
can't buy that, bro. Real shit.
Okay. And then let's say you're sourcing, right?
Mhm.
Let's say a month ago when you were at 100 units, how many products would you find in an hour compared to now?
A month ago, when I didn't have those 250 units
Yeah.
for an hour work, none, bro. Be honest,
None. You
none.
couldn't find anything, really.
Nothing, bro. Nothing. But now it's life changing, bro. It's crazy, bro.
It's insane, right? Seeing all these auto ungates that you're getting, it's absolutely
Yeah.
insane. I think there's times where you don't have to submit invoices, right?
Yeah, it says congratulations, you've been approved based on your seller performance, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Awesome. And now that you've reached that milestone and you're on such a good path to scale, where do you see yourself 3 months down the line?
3 months down the line, for sure, hitting my first 20, 30K month, hopefully.
Yeah.
Um, get my first payout from Amazon, bro. Maybe get myself an M3, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all right, bro. Bro was good at M3. You want to copy me, huh?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, bro. And let's say a year down the line, where do you see yourself?
A year down the line, for sure, I definitely see myself like scaling Amazon, having all my SOPs down, virtual assistant,
Mm.
um, all of this, bro. I want to be able to I want to be able to automate my Amazon business to the point where I can just say yes to a product and boom, it's bought. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I want
got
to
you,
have
bro. So you have like a little team around you.
Yes, sir. I want to have like all my prep center, all this, bro. Like that's definitely the
Definitely the
scale for
move,
sure,
right?
bro.
Awesome,
Mhm.
bro. And when you're sourcing, what metrics tell you that you're sourcing correctly? Like, what we could say, what's an outline you have for yourself that you have to follow,
All
like a
right, bro.
guide?
A guide that I have to follow
Yeah,
is it definitely has to have a good amount of offer count. Like I want to say like a not too high but not too little.
hmm,
Um, BSR definitely has to be low for 100%.
yeah,
And the for me personally, I really like a stable buy box. A stable buy
yeah,
box to me is more like a replenishable.
yeah, for sure, right?
You
Because the
know,
price hasn't changed in three
the
months.
price
It's not gonna
hasn't
change for
changed.
another month or two, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome, bro. And I know you mentioned earlier how you want to milk those $1, $2 profit items as a beginner.
Yeah,
Do you feel like beginners focus way too much on profit per item?
yeah, yeah. When I was a beginner, bro, all I wanted was, yeah, it was
Yeah,
that dream, that dream to get that M3 one day. So
Of course, bro.
So I was
Awesome.
just chasing those $15 profits, but $15 profits, 300 unit ungates, for as a beginner, that's
Yeah.
impossible, bro.
Because
It's impossible.
obviously now when you're playing for those 100 unit ungates, those are probably way more profitable than the 10 unit ones, right?
Yeah, for sure. Less saturated too, bro.
Less
Less.
saturated.
Yep.
I think the way I like to look at it is Amazon has a built-in filtration system to those who are gonna try Amazon and quit early compared to those who actually spend a little bit of time on it, right? What do you think?
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Awesome, right? For fire. Okay. And would you say you developed a good system after reaching 250 units sold?
Yeah, for sure. My system has definitely changed, bro. I look at the Keepa charts way differently now.
Mm-hmm.
I focus on more products that I mean, really velocity products with a little bit of profit in there.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to sell like those products that are pretty low profit. I mean, in general, to run a business, you have to sell those products that are pretty like low margins, but
Yeah.
the more products you sell, the more money you're gonna make, if that makes sense.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Okay. Now, let's say you completely started from zero.
Mhm.
Okay. You started from zero, started again tomorrow, you create your account, wait to get approved. What's the first thing you're doing to get back to how you are now?
The first thing that I'm doing to get back to how I am, I definitely have to invest into a mentorship, bro. For sure, bro.
Yeah.
Because without having that support system, 24-hour support system, all the guides, modules, all the, you guys do calls like every week. No, I mean, y-
You're good, bro.
you guys do calls like daily, and in
Hmm.
those calls you're able to ask questions. That definitely helped me throughout my
Yeah.
Amazon journey. I think I've never missed a call if I'm not mistaken.
I would think you have. I think that's why
Yeah.
you're doing so well so fast, because you're actually putting in the work. I think that leads me to my next question. Do you think most people quit before it gets easier?
Yeah, I feel like most people do quit. Most people chase that dream, chase that $15 profit item, but they can never find. Ungating is like 99% of the reason why Amazon sellers fail.
Hmm.
But I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, you just gotta
So I'm saying,
stick it through the process, bro.
so I'm saying people kind of quit too like fast. I don't understand why. I mean, maybe they're not built for business, you know?
For
Maybe they
sure, for
just
sure,
maybe they want the easy money. Nothing's easy in life.
for sure, for sure.
So what do you think separates someone stuck at 20 units sold versus someone that's stuck at 250 units sold?
Someone stuck at 20. Um, Someone stuck at 20. Someone that's stuck at 20 could maybe focus on just FBM products, but someone stuck at 250 has a hybrid of both, FBM,
Yeah.
FBA. Having you know, you always want to run your business to the max capacity. Why would you want to like mitigate yourself to just FBM products when you can also send FBA?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like people or Amazon sellers, especially beginners, kind of like overcomplicate the process of like FBA. Having a pack these special packing, poly bags, suffocation warnings and all that.
Yeah,
But to be honest, bro, like it's really not that hard if you just really put your the work in.
you just try, right?
You just try, yeah.
Exactly, bro. So that leads me to my last few questions. All right, these are going to be the reality check questions.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
we're going to check everybody's reality watching this. So, when you first started, was sourcing hard or were you just inexperienced?
Was sourcing hard. I'll say a little hard for sure because
Hmm.
I didn't know how to read keeper charts, all of that.
Yeah.
But it was mostly because I was unexperienced. Now that I hit those, right now I think I'm at 650 units sold.
Hmm.
So now that I'm at these units sold, sourcing has became like a piece of cake, bro. Walk through the park, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess my next question, did the business change or did you change?
Um, More me, bro. More me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if you want to start this Amazon business, you definitely have to have like a strong mindset. It's not for everybody for sure, but if you stick through it, bro, you'll eventually make it work, bro.
You're bound to make it work.
You're bound to make it
Yeah,
work.
that's
Yes,
like
sir.
guaranteed if you just try hard enough. Awesome. And if someone says sourcing's too hard to you, what do you think they're really saying? If they say it's too hard, they won't do it no more.
Sourcing is too hard. What they really saying? Sourcing is too hard. What they really saying? Ooh, that's a tough question.
I know, right?
Sourcing is too hard. What they really saying?
That is staying in the video.
Okay. Okay. So when sourcing is too hard, I feel like people are just lazy, bro. To be honest, people
Yeah.
are just lazy to find that lead. Submit those 10 unit ungates. People are just lazy. To be honest, bro. Sourcing is bro. Sourcing is, I mean, at first we could say it's hard, but like once you hit those, like I say 10, 15 units, bro, it gets easier, bro.
Yeah,
Only thing you really have to do is just understand keeper charts, understand like how a product would move, you
yeah,
know, go around the year-round chart, you know. Data always repeats itself. That's something you got
yeah,
to keep in mind. Data will always repeat itself. So as long as you're able to understand that if a product is selling good in February last year, it's gonna sell good in February this year.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it's just understanding keeper charts for sure.
for sure, bro. Awesome. And that leads me to my last question. Let's say someone's watching this, they're on the fence about starting, they're scared, they don't understand how it works. What would you kind of say to them?
For sure, I would definitely say that you have to invest into a coaching program. Having someone like having a support system 24/7 is definitely life changing and for sure. But like without having a 24 support system, 24 without having a 24-hour support system, um, I don't think I'd be able to like hit this
Yeah,
5-figure seller, bro. Like yeah,
you don't think
like
it'll be possible?
no, no, no. Because all the information you learn on YouTube could be skewed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like information out there is like skewed to a point where like it's outdated. That's a better saying. It's
Mhm.
information is outdated. You have to know like the policies on Amazon are always changing.
Yep.
So as long as you're able to like stay apart and like having like that support system and like having like a person in your head to tell you no that's a bad lead, yes that's a good lead, that's basically all you need, bro, to be honest. You
Yeah.
scale that 10K month.
Awesome, bro. Well, appreciate your time, Kevin. I always love talking to you.
So if you enjoyed watching the video, follow us, guys. Follow our social media link down below. Make sure to keep up with our content because we drop a lot of free value and free sauce here on YouTube and on our social medias, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. It's all linked down below. And if you also want to be like Kevin and expedite your growth with Amazon FBA and make more money and not waste time learning how to, then shoot us a DM. My Instagram is down below. Anthony's Instagram is down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get to it.